We haven't had a pandemic like this for 100 years. And, if you compare what people didn't know what they were dying of then, right? And now we decoded the DNA, or at least the RNA of this virus within days, or at least the Chinese had. So, it's something you and I have often talked about. I mean, the Enlightenment really helped us. And post-Enlightenment, we try to think about these things and reason them through. And over the broad sweep of history, that really works. And you can see it working here. It doesn't mean that we're going to get a vaccine next week or even next year. And it doesn't mean we're going to get a medicine, which would be a terrific thing. I think maybe that would be the most hopeful immediate thing. But there's a huge amount of people working on it with a huge amount of scientific knowledge. And our chances of doing that are so much better than they were in 1918, let alone, in 1640 or whatever you're talking about, when people had no idea what was happening to them. So we have some control. It may not be perfect control. And, this is certainly something that will teach us not to be too hubristic about the world. The world is a dangerous place and bad things will happen. But I think a lot of us thought that this would not happen. The days of these things were behind us. So it's a sort of rude shock, but there's much to be learned from it. But we have just a huge amount of knowledge, a huge amount of technology, a huge amount of good stuff that will, help us in a way that just wasn't possible before. So that's a reason for being relatively optimistic without, falling into the trap of saying, we'll beat this in 5 minutes.